Hello! Welcome to another weekly reading vlog from yours truly. I have just finished up a week of acting workshops, rehearsals, kind of things, and I'm really excited to be kind of getting back into my normal schedule where I'll be streaming a whole lot more and also reading a whole lot more because I didn't read heaps. I was doing really well in January. I managed to finish 10 books in January, so yay, I was really happy with that. February is obviously a bit of a shorter month, so I don't know if I'll get that much done, but I thought, why not vlog this week? Because I kind of had a little bit of a fun sort of idea. Now, this is gonna be shocking, right? This is shocking, but I did go outside a few times, actually, in the past couple of weeks. I went outside, I met people, I hung out with people, like normal people in the real world. It was wild. And I actually managed to meet a couple of fellow book lovers out there in the wild, which was really, really cool. Instantly got a friend crush. You know, I want to be this girl's friend because we just started talking about books and I'm like, please be my friend in real life. I just want to be friends with you. And basically, I got a couple of recommendations from the couple of people that I had hung out with. And I thought, why not read them this week? Am I putting off finishing my physical TBR? Yes, but I don't have an excuse. I don't have a good excuse. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting off reading my physical TBR. So, from one of these lovely girlies that I met doing a little short film the other day, she actually let me borrow her copy of Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. And I started it last night, just got a few chapters in. What am I, page 40? Something like that? Cute's not the right word for this book. The first chapter, wow. Like, instantly had me wanting to read more about these characters. They are so much fun. Their banter is just like on point. And even in just the short few pages that I have read, I really am seeing kind of what they're going for. I can kind of like see the cracks in the relationship already. It is very Sally Rooney-esque. However, the friend that I borrowed this from, she doesn't like Sally Rooney, but she really liked this book. So I'm obviously a very big Sally Rooney fan, but if you are someone who doesn't like Sally Rooney, maybe give this one a go. I don't know. I haven't read much of it, but that's just my first initial thoughts. Maybe give it a go. And this is going to be the first book that I read this week. Ibu's having a little snack. She's having a Vicky's. If you're wondering what that sound is. A little crunch crunch. For my audiobook that I am listening to currently, it is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I am pretty close to finishing it, and it's read by Tom Hollander, who has like such a distinct voice and is just like so great. Honestly, really enjoying it. It is definitely the kind of book that is like sticks in your head, you know? Like I was just walking around thinking to myself, and I'm thinking like in the way that the book is written, which is really weird because they use a lot of Russian terms. So I don't know why that's coming up for me. I did take one semester of Russian though, so maybe it does make sense. Maybe all my Russian is coming back to me. There wasn't a lot to begin with, just spoiler alert. That was not a recommendation. That was just something that I wanted to read. The next recommendation was from a lovely girl that I made friends with at a party I went to the other week. I know, who is she? Going to parties? Wow. I decided to get it on my Kindle. I don't know if I've shown my Kindle stickers before as well. I think they're really cute. I really like this Kindle color. We actually bonded over liking Sally Rooney. So when we were talking about that and talking about how we both like Sally Rooney, she was like, have you read this book? It is called Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson, and it is the winner of the Coaster First Novel Award 2021. Oh my gosh, it also has a really short read time. It is only 151 pages. Oh, wow. I'm gonna feel so good about myself for finishing this book. I don't want to say it's Sally Rooney-esque, but like, it's, because obviously it's not like copying Sally Rooney or anything. It's its own story. But just like those vibes, that like really intense kind of beautiful romance, that sort of vibe. Here we go. This is what it looks like on the Kindle. I'll probably put a proper photo on, but yes. Yeah, it's like a lyrical modern love story, which I feel like Sally Rooney is known for doing. So yeah, that's more what it is. Lyrical modern love story. I had to Google how to do the back button on my Kindle, and I have never felt like more of a boomer. But yeah, I actually only just started reading on my Kindle this year, and I have loved it. I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. I love it. I'm obsessed. My new friend Sarah, who I borrowed Cleopatra and Frankenstein from, she also told me that I have to get on to A Court of Thorn and Roses. Is that the first one? I'm gonna have to look this up. That's the Sarah J. Maas, very, very huge, popular fantasy, crazy, super hyped up train. And I know I've had to get on it. Like, I do know that I definitely have to get on this train. We will see if that's going to be this week, or if I will read another one of my friend Sarah's recommendations. She also recommended, I think it was Women of Troy. There were a couple of mythological retellings that she did recommend to me, so I might just flick her a message and be like, which one should I read? And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how many we get through this week, but I am very, very excited. I hate love. Like, I love love. I love fictional love. I hate real love. Get away from me. Like, ew. So yeah, today I will just try get through as much of Cleopatra and Frankenstein as possible. I'm gonna do a little bit of embossing. Not of this book, 'cause it's not mine, but I'm so excited. I'm gonna show you guys me embossing my books. Yes. Hi again. Good evening. It has actually just gone midnight. It's Sunday today, and I totally forgot to take any clips today, so go me. But I did heaps of reading sprints, actually, with friends even. It was so cute and wholesome. So last night I was on my friend Amika's stream and we did some reading sprints, and I got way more through Cleopatra and Frankenstein. We made some good progress. And then today I woke up and my friends were also doing reading sprints, so I joined in with that too. And I just didn't take a video because I was smelly and gross. I am on page 233 now. I'm like probably about 2/3 of the way through the book, and I think I will definitely finish it tomorrow. Whew. It's a real whirlwind. I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. I would definitely recommend, if you want to read this book, look up the trigger warnings, because there's a lot of them, I would say. There's a lot of them. But basically, this is a romance between Cleo and Frank, the two main characters, and it also kind of follows their other friends in their kind of like friend circle, and people around them, but it's mostly about their relationship, their whirlwind romance, and their very quick marriage that they got married after 6 months of knowing each other. It really is a roller coaster. It really is a roller coaster. I think I heard that some people didn't like it because they thought that like nothing really happened, but like I think a lot happens. It's quite, I wouldn't say it's super slow paced because stuff does happen, but it is very realistic. Like the writing is super duper just realistic of like what people actually kind of go through in their day-to-day lives. They're living in New York. It's modern day as well, and they're just kind of unhinged. If you've learned anything about me, it is that I love reading about unhinged characters. I absolutely adore them. I'm a big fan. I really love all the women in this book. Mostly hate all the men in this book, actually. But like the women, everyone's incredibly flawed, but I'm like, protect the women, you know, they're great. Yeah, I am finding it, even though it's like quite a big book, I'm finding it very, very easy to read. I'm finding it to be a page turner, and I absolutely love this style of like literary fiction. And yes, this like Sally Rooney-esque. I can't describe it any other way. I don't know how else to describe it. But it's the writing is in a way that makes the everyday and mundane very poetic and very exciting. And I don't actually like poetry, but I love writing that reminds me of poetry, if that makes sense. So yes, I did actually have a very productive reading day, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with myself for that. So I'm definitely gonna I'm just gonna finish this one tomorrow, and then also hopefully start Open Water tomorrow. Yes.
Pretty girl. Yeah, pretty girl. Good morning. I am just getting ready right now to go out and do some book shopping with Jaime. I'm very excited. And also, last night I stayed up super late to finish Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Finally! This is a new fave for me. Absolutely. This did a number on me. A lot of emotional damage. A lot. I don't know if I will ever recover from reading this book. And, you know, that's what I love. Someone asked me, Yana, what was your favorite part of this weekend? And I was like, oh, it was probably reading my book. They're like, oh, how was the book? What was it about? And I was like, well, okay, it was one of the most harrowing things I've ever read. I told them about the most insane parts of the book that made me incredibly upset. Again, read the trigger warnings for this one. And then I was like, yeah, that was the best part of my weekend. Was that I got psychic damage from Coco Mellors. I really need to rethink my priorities. I don't even know how to describe it other than like harrowing. Realistic, incredibly realistic portrayals of unhinged people, I believe. As an unhinged person themselves, I can say that. It is beautifully written, but also everything bad happens to these people. It's glamorous and disgusting at the same time. Yeah, it's poetic and harrowing at the same time. It made me want to cry, scream, laugh, filled me with warm fuzzies, all at the same time. Kind of made me want to move to New York and start smoking. I don't know. Definitely not going to be for everyone. Definitely one of those ones that is going to turn people off. For sure. But if you have similar reading tastes to me, I think you will adore it. Anyways, I'm running late as usual, but I will take you guys out book shopping with me and Jaime. And when I get home, I am going to start open water.
I realize I'm in such a stance right now.
Hi, what is this pose? I just got to Jaime's and ate some peanut butter toast.
Oh my god, I made her the driest peanut butter toast in the world. But
and
we
you know
don't
what?
have,
It
like,
slapped.
We don't have vegan spread to put on underneath, so...
I don't like peanut butter with...
Neither do I!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gotta be just the peanut butter.
to make it, like, not dry. Like, obviously I want melted peanut butter.
Yes.
But also to make it not dry sometimes, I love, like, a peanut butter and jam.
Oh, goes hard.
Yeah, it goes hard.
Yeah, we are doing book shopping today. Gonna go around. I desperately need a coffee because I have not had one yet.
I can tell that you need one, like, not in a mean way. I mean, like, in a
super mean way.
In a hateful way.
The places we're going, there are some lovely little coffee shops around, so I'm excited for that. And then you get to walk around with your little coffee, like going book shopping, like, oh,
Yeah.
main character energy, like, wow,
Yeah.
who is she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. At the moment.
I saw
you know
this
what I
tweet
mean?
that was like, if you go to Starbucks and you live in New Zealand, that's actually fucking embarrassing. And I was like, where else has pumpkin spice,
Yeah,
coconut crunch,
bitch.
hazelnut dolce, like, where else?
Excuse me.
Where else can I get a brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk?
Where else? Please point me in that direction and I will go there.
Exactly.
Where else can I get dairy-free whipped cream?
Exactly.
On my fucking
Exactly.
expensive ass latte.
It's good. No, this is the thing. New Zealanders are pretentious as fuck, and they hate things that are Americanized.
Yes.
And I think it's so stupid because it's like, obviously, I'm not sitting here going like, America, like pro-America. Like, obviously, America has issues. Every country has its issues. But like, New Zealanders are so fucking pretentious when it comes to things that are like pro-America.
And
it's
especially about coffee.
especially about coffee. And honestly, I think what New Zealanders call good coffee tastes like tar.
Yeah, but I
sometimes.
like it.
Okay, you can accept that.
But I like both. Do you know what I mean? It's the
Time and
duality of
place.
man. Yeah, I want my stupid pumpkin spice rice dairy-free whip, like with 3 pumps of fucking hazelnut. And I also want my bougie ass, like, you know, tiny New Zealand owned
I'll have a
coffee
bougie
roaster.
ass flat white, but best believe it has 2 sugars in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's our rant about coffee.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go get one and also buy some books. I'm a little bit nervous
Why?
because I'm like, I've just done a massive haul. Like, I just bought
Girl,
so many
same.
books.
Best believe upstairs there's like 4 packages waiting for me.
Oh. we both got ice cream. Jamie's finished
I
hers.
finished mine so fast.
I got coconut coffee cream. Yum. Jamie got fairy bread.
I got fairy bread and almond croissant.
Ooh.
It was so good. Oh my goodness. But the actual book shopping wasn't.
No.
Yeah, we didn't really see anything that we liked, and I feel like there just wasn't a big enough selection, unfortunately.
And it was expensive.
Oh my god, yeah, the women's bookshop was so expensive.
I was tempted by Lap Bonner.
I got that from somewhere else, I think, for a very reasonable price.
Yeah, but the hardback was $35, and they were all scratched up. So
That's another thing I noticed, is that a lot of the books weren't in good condition. Like they didn't seem in new condition, but it is a new bookstore selling it for like new bookstore prices.
But we're gonna keep on going.
Yeah, the day's not over yet.
We're gonna persevere. I'm just gonna finish my ice cream before I drive. Safety first.
It's a hard life.
It's a really hard life. We just got back from bookshop. This is empty, but I think it's a cute bag.
It's a cute bag.
It is cute. Wait, how many books did we each buy? 'Cause
I
think it
got
might be the
1,
same.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8,
7,
9?
8, 9!
We got the exact same amount? Oh my goodness.
Yes! Look at us go! You're so much more professional than me at this. I'm like toppling over.
It's been 4 years. You know what? I'm so surprised that there's not a single book that we both bought at the same time at the same place.
Actually,
You know,
so
like
true.
usually if I'm buying books with someone, we'll both buy like the exact same book.
Yeah. Which we've done before.
Yeah, we have fully done that before, but for some reason, like, this is just we've got all different books. So you've got 18 books.
Woohoo!
So we'll rapid fire go through them.
Yeah. We'll just
Let's
show
do
you.
one at a time.
Okay. Station 11. It's got a deer on the cover. Jamie recommended it to me.
It's amazing. The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. This is a thriller.
Before the Coffee Gets Cold by
Toshikazu Kawaguchi.
Yeah. Cute little Japanese time travel coffee shop in Tokyo book. That didn't make any sense, but that's fine.
The Things We Keep by Sally Hepworth, another thriller.
Ooh. Interview with the Vampire and Rice, a modern classic.
I also got another Sally Hepworth, The Younger Wife, another thriller.
Ooh, lots of thrillers. You did get lots of thrillers.
I got 3. I think those are the only thrillers I got.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's still a lot.
that is a lot.
Yeah.
Gilded Wolves. Who's this by?
Roshani Chokshi.
I'm terrible at authors. YA Heist.
Yeah.
We love a heist. We're gonna buddy read.
Mhm.
I'm gonna force you to.
Dig by A.S. King. This is like weird YA, speculative, contemporary.
Ooh. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Scored. That Jamie made me get this at basically gunpoint.
Yeah. Oh, I got another book by one of my favorite authors of all time. And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Backman. This is like 75 pages. It's like a novella, but it looks so beautiful, and I love Frederick. Yes, we are on first name basis.
We're now friends.
We're besties.
Stolen Air, Holly Black. Ooh, new. Can't wait to read this one. What would you even call this? Like a separate story set in the same universe?
Companion series?
Companion series for Folk of the Air.
which we both love.
I also got this book that I'd never heard of before but looked gorgeous. It's Scattered All Over the Earth by Yoko Tawada, and it looks so good. It's set in Europe, but it's about Japan, essentially. It looks amazing.
Yes, so pretty. I love that cover.
Mm-hmm.
From Lukov, with love. Like, I went a bit hard on the romances, because
As you should.
I do love a good romance. This has been on my TBR forever.
I also got Insatiable by Daisy Buchanan, which I believe is like a weird, unhinged, woman versus the void, sexual erotica moment.
Yes. Hot. Addicted to You by Krista and Rebecca.
It's Rebecca, bitch.
Rebecca, I can't read. I can't get it
Calling
right.
her Christine in my
I don't.
my video, and then Rebecca. To be fair, Becca is probably short for Rebecca.
But who knows? It might not be.
Yeah. I also just realised that this book at the top says a love story for greedy girls.
Ooh.
Greedy. Speaking of greedy girls, the next book that I got is Woman Eating.
I actually wasn't done talking about this one, but we know what it is.
The next book that I got was Woman Eating by Cleopatra. This is about like a cannibal woman or something. I don't know. It looks unhinged.
Cannibal woman.
You know that my favourite genre is unhinged women, so.
We both love unhinged women.
So true.
That's probably the one in your stack that I'd be like
The most interested in.
Yeah, I would want to borrow that. My last one is Court of Thorns and Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Finally gonna start this.
And my last one is Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, who is an author that I love.
Cute.
So yeah, that's our haul. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls by gorgeous, gorgeous books. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Yana's gonna go home now.
I'm gonna fuck off now.
Get out.
Oh my god.
Hi, good evening. We're gonna do a little bit of a quieter talk. What am I saying? I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because it is late and my flatmate is sleeping. Also, if you hear snoring in the background, that's not my flatmate. That's the neighbors downstairs. Also, we have a baby here. There's my baby. She's keeping me company. So, just a little update on my reading. Actually, was it yesterday? Day before, maybe, I finished my audiobook of Clockwork Orange. Really liked it. 4.5 stars. Very graphic. How do I even describe Clockwork Orange? It's really interesting. It's really weird. It's really upsetting. But also, it's upsetting with like a point to it. I've never seen the film. Now I really want to see the film. But also, the film stops before the book actually does, which I thought was kind of interesting. But yeah, another fantastic classic. Clearly a classic for a reason. But also very upsetting in some points. And my next audiobook that I have just started yesterday, is Gideon the Ninth. It was free, so that's awesome. And I am enjoying it. Some of the writing and some of the voice acting is a little bit cringe, but like not in a bad way, like in a way that just feels a little bit more YA, and I'm okay with that. Lesbian necromancers in space. If that sounds like a little bit of you, you're probably going to enjoy it. Only like maybe like a couple of hours in. I don't know how many hours I'm in. A couple of hours in. But I am enjoying it. And now I'm just reading on my Kindle, and I actually almost finished Open Water because I knew it was really short, so I kind of want to sit here and finish it. I am 90% of the way through already. It's really, really heart-wrenching. Oh my gosh, all of the books that I've been reading this week are like very trauma heavy. It is a beautifully written, like probably the most poetic book I've ever read. beautifully written book, romance between these two amazing people that just seem to be like drawn to each other, and also about blackness and the struggle of being black in white society, which is really interesting. It's written so beautifully. It's so amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and finish it. I am guessing it's probably gonna be a 5-star, but oh boy, I think this is gonna be one that I'm gonna revisit. Like, I feel like I have to reread it over and over and over again because it is so poetic, just to like really grasp it. It's lovely. It's amazing. Ignore the yelling, my flatmate is playing League of Legends. Last night I finished Open Water. Absolutely 5-star read. Also, we're supposed to get a cyclone. So you can probably hear extreme amounts of wind and a lot of yelling and laughter from my flatmate. Open Water was everything. I'm really struggling to find the words to describe it, apart from just like this amazing poetic insight into one young man's brain. Wow. So I am on to my third recommendation from people in real life, which is Court of Thorn and Roses. I got up to page 139. What do I even say? Look, very strong start. Really, really strong start. Really engaging beginning to this book. I really liked the kind of initial conflict and everything. And then, I mean, I feel like I can say minor spoilers. I mean, it's probably honestly on the back of the book. Basically, the main character's journey from her like mortal human home and life, which was very sad and very tragic, into the fairy world, the fairy realm, I found incredibly interesting. And now that she's kind of there, I am finding it a little bit of a lull. I'm still very interested in it and still enjoying myself, but I'm kind of like, okay, I want the next thing to happen. What I want is for some fairy smut, but I know that doesn't initially happen because I think this series started off YA and then turned into not. But I'd like more things to happen. She's kind of just getting to know the place and getting to know people. I'm loving the tension between the main character and the supposed love interest. Ooh, her captor, it's like Beauty and the Beast. Ooh. Yeah, but this is exactly my kind of vibe. Definitely my kind of fantasy. I am enjoying it. And I'm just going to sit here and continue to read it. I filmed a video today because it was I had to get it up, and that means that I didn't stream tonight, which is unfortunate because I obviously got ready for stream and everything. But I am looking forward to just a little evening reading. I was also considering going out, but the weather is just a little bit too crazy, so it's a sit at home and read kind of Saturday night. What is this hair doing? I swear to God. Yeah. Gonna cuddle with my cat and read more. Hi, good evening. If you can hear rain outside, it's because there's a cyclone going on right now. So, fingers crossed that clears up, because I'm going to Melbourne in a couple of days. But before I do that, I am trying to finish off A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have less than 100 pages to go. Just got this little bit. I am on page 360 of like, what, 415 or something like that. I am definitely enjoying it. I think I will definitely continue the series. I think as far as like fairy realm sort of novels go, I think I prefer The Folk of the Air overall. But this is a lot more spicy than I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh yeah, it's YA, so like it won't be that spicy until like later books. No, this has got the spice, okay? There was a little bit at the start, like after the inciting incident, I was a bit like, okay, get to the point. But then it did definitely pick up, and it's definitely picking up now. And I am like, ooh, we gotta wrap this up real quick. So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting it read, getting it done. I have a feeling that I will desperately want the second one by the time I finish this one. Yes, I am really enjoying it. Sizzles with sexual tension. Well, you don't just get the tension, I'll tell you that much. Although something has just happened that's made me go like, oh. Ooh. Bad idea. Bad idea, but I know it has to happen for the plot. It's gotta happen for the plot, you know? Yay! Reading!
Reading.
It's a baby cat. Oh, it's a baby. Mama loves you. She doesn't want to be held right now. She wants to be a menace to society. I'm pretty happy with myself. I finished Court of Thorns and Roses. Stayed up late last night to finish it, and I got it done. Ibu, please. She just knocked the camera over. Thank you. I finished it late last night, but I'm filming this now because I have a flight to catch in the morning. I'm going to Melbourne to see some friends, which I'm very excited for, and I'm just packing up. And I'm just going to wrap up this vlog here now. I gave this one 4 stars. Like a solid 4 stars, like a high 4 stars, not quite 4.5. Like I did really enjoy it, and I do want to read the rest of the series. I really enjoy this kind of fantasy. I really enjoyed the romance aspect of it. I am excited for it to get a little bit more spicy. I kind of like the love triangle sort of thing. I think it really picked up towards the end, and I found that kind of side of it very interesting. I see what the hype is about. Definitely. I still prefer Folk of the Air, at least from just this first book. But we'll see what I think of the rest of the series. So that was my vlog reading a bunch of books that I got recommended from people on the street. Not even on the street, just people that I met in real life readers out there in the wild. Not just my friends that I've made online through reading books and booktube. It was very interesting. I'm really glad that I got to read these ones, and I love them. 2 5-star reads and a 4-star read, absolutely so solid. So solid. I've gotten through the majority of the audiobook of Gideon the Ninth, and I am really enjoying that as well. That's probably going to be like a solid 4 stars. I'd say, just my thoughts on that. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of characters, so sometimes listening to it is a little bit harder. And I hope I'll really enjoy Melbourne. I will take some vlog clips because I think I'm going to do some book shopping in Melbourne and everything as well. So stay tuned if you want to see some of that. Let me know. But yes, thank you all for watching this vlog. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. Mwah!